Who's having teas?
It is a social gathering, yeah. There is a structure, it's so loose though. It's so diverse, there's people talking across the table to one another. Lillian occasionally tries to get order. There's people saying all sorts of things. It's wonderful, absolutely wonderful.
I enjoy coming, I'm learning more about Heeley, and I feel as though I've come back to my roots, even though they're not my roots, they're my dad's roots. My granddad is on the back row. He's the second from the left. His name was Francis Carr, and he was a local painter and decorator. And he had a wallpaper shop on Gleelas Road, number 252. I think, but I'm not 100% certain, that my dad is in the photograph and my uncle, my dad's brother.
Sheffield Council said there's no on the road about Archaeology. Yeah, I've looked down the side of the road. I've already been through them.
Yeah, there's a slow palm on the way, and they were out and
I'm
just
trying
for one car to get
to delve into them anyway.
I could always run distance. The Boys Brigade took a torch. I don't know from where to where, but it was certainly all the way across England. We did about 5-6 miles, and I carried it with 2 others from Unston to Chesterfield. Yeah, it was quite an occasion, and I was proud to do that.
I joined the group in 1982, and I'm chair and have been for quite a long time now. All of us have some interest in Heeley. Some people used to live in Heeley, and some people had parents or grandparents who lived in Heeley. In some way, they've got a connection. That is why they come to the group. We spend our time either researching family history or researching people that have lived in Heeley and people that have worked in Heeley and the sort of workplaces that have been there. This writing about the map, Lower Heeley, Heeley Bottom, was on London Road, not at Artisan View. No. It was along London Road. And this Heeley Bridge, picture 11, should be Heeley Bridge Inn.
All right.
The photograph I'm looking at now is one of my father in front of the greenhouse with his dog Bob. I would presume he's around 14 years old because he's in his Scout's uniform, the famous Baden-Powell hat. This, according to my sister Janet, was something that she used to try and play with a child. My father used to get annoyed at times, but that's obviously well into the 1950s.
I thought I'd bring a few pieces of memorabilia from the last probably 70 or 80 years. The collection that I've got there were probably started about 10, 15 years ago. Sheffield itself has always been involved in the cutlery trade from the early 1800s onwards. I did have an uncle that lived on Heeley Green, just lower down, who had a fish and tattle shop, and he was classed as a little master, and he ground table knives and things like that. There's a bit of nostalgia attached to it, but also it's amazing that interest and all those companies have now gone, and if we haven't collected any of that information, we probably would have nothing on record, would we?
I never thought history would be interesting to me, but it is now. That's part of my life.
Sid's an excellent researcher, and he does it his way.
I do it the cheap way.
Yeah.
It don't cost me any money.
That's right.
I'm good at local history. I know Heeley, back of my hand. You do come for the company.
I'm sure most of them come to the group not just because they lived locally or had ancestors that lived locally. I mean, that's the reason why they say they'll come. But it's the social fellowship here. When I plan what I'm doing, if we're getting another book ready, then I still allow some time for everybody just to talk so that you get the social fellowship. Yeah, yeah. It does make a difference, you know.